now that we did the donuts.
Yeah.
Okay, now can I tell you what he said?
Yeah, sure.
Because, we were talking about Chinese using the anal swabs to test for COVID-19 on Biden administration employees.
Yeah.
Then we were talking about the German canine sniffers that were, we thought, sniffing butts to check for COVID-19, but they're not. They're sniffing saliva.
Right.
Okay. So anyways, I'm listening to J.J. McCartney one time, and I'm listening, and he said, this is more saturated than an anal tampon. And immediately I was like, bleh, bleh, bleh. And to this day, this is years ago. To this day, I can't get the thought of anal tampon out of my head.
So every time you hear JJ, you're thinking anal tampon.
I do.
That's bad.
It is. I mean, there's just certain things that you don't say. So,
right.
I don't want to visually associate that with this show.
No.
But I'm telling the story.
I visually wouldn't want to see that.
Yeah, I've seen enough, especially the Chiefs. They use the tampons and they shove them up their nose.
Oh, the Packers? I mean, the Packers.
No. The Packers, they have gauze.
Oh.
They use gauze.
I thought the Packers used, okay.
No, the Packers use gauze, and they usually don't use very much of it because they're physically superior to most of the other NFL teams out there.
I heard it's because they're having a fuzzing time.
Is that what you heard? This day in 1891, the United States Congress creates the Court of Appeals.
Ooh.
Not that it does much good.
Yeah.
The Court of Appeals was today in 1891. The U.S. Congress created the Office of Superintendent of Immigration. You know what that is today? You'll never guess. It's the Treasury Department today. But think about that.
Wow.
U.S. Congress today created the Office of Superintendent of Immigration. What does immigration have to do with Treasury?
That's what I'm saying. How does that even fit in?
Yeah, well, today's also famous. In 1892, I just lost my spot. Does that ever happen to you? Oh, tuberculosis test in cows was developed in 1892.
Wow. Cows get TB, guys.
They were really busy in the late 1890s. They were. U.S. Congress authorizes the first federal road agency called the Department of Agriculture.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, think about that. Oh, is that coffee wearing off?
No, it's not wearing off.
All right, come on.
No,
Wake up. Wake up.
I got a story here, Hans. Can I go with it?
Go for it.
All right. It's the world's first ever space hotel. Could open in 2027. I call this one Spaced Out. Some time ago, we brought you the story. That's what Hans thinks of me, too, sometimes. Some time ago, we brought you the story of Spaceport City. They plan floating commercial space station in Japan. But as is usual with these things, someone is already taking things a step further. Orbital Assembly Corporation, a California-based futuristic construction company, is planning the world's first space hotel. According to the firm's ambitious plans, the commercial space station could open as soon as 2027. Titled the Voyager Station, the hotel Star Trek-ish name promised to boldly take travelers to where no tourist has vacationed before. The planned space station lives up to its science fiction-inspired name, even if it looks. The circular station resembles a giant wheel to provide artificial gravity for its guests. Voyager will slowly rotate around itself. The Voyager station is a rotating space station designed to produce varying levels of artificial gravity by increasing or decreasing the rate of rotation, the project's official website reads.
Well, would you go there? Would you go outside?
I would go there where no man has gone before.
You would.
If I was the first
all right.
one.
No, let me ask you something.
I wouldn't go.
You're afraid of water.
I wouldn't go to that.
I get you around 4 inches of water and you're shivering. How would you go outside the U.S.? Outside the U.S.? How about outside the globe?
I would go outside the U.S.
How about the globe?
The globe?
Yeah.
Outside the globe? No.
Yeah. You wouldn't go up there?
No, I don't have no reason to go there, to be honest.
Well,
I think God firmly planted my feet here on earth for a reason.
I think you're right. Let me ask you something. When do you think the Star Spangled Banner became the U.S. national anthem?
1783?
Try again.
Okay. 1787.
Try it one more time.
Don't tell me it's like 30 years later.
Go ahead. So you're guessing what, 1820?
1796.
1796. What if I told you that the United States did not officially name the U.S. national anthem until 1931?
What?
1931, Star Spangled Banner officially becomes U.S. national anthem by congressional resolution.
Wow.
I bet you didn't know that, did you?
Did not know that.
Did you know 1933 is when they dedicated Mount Rushmore?
Wow. And you know what? I'm sitting here thinking about the Star Spangled Banner. Why did it take so long?
That's kind of crazy.
It is.
Thinking about something?
No, I am thinking about something. Why wasn't it? Why don't we go ahead and rename the new anthem the Lee Greenwood song then? Since that ain't really been that old.
Well, because nostalgia.
I
like Lee Greenwood, and I love that song.
Man. It's just so American.
But the Star Spangled Banner's better.
I know it is.
You know,
it's tradition.
Sing some of it for us. Come on.
Oh, say, can you see?
Okay, so here's a history
that would go
tip.
by quick.
Now, what is the significance of the flag standing at the morning's battle?
It's significant to show that we became one nation after the Civil War.
Okay, so there's 200 ships.
Right.
They're all shooting their bombs at the flag.
Right.
Imagine that. Every ship, all the bombs towards that flag. What was holding the flag up in the morning?
Flagpole.
Yeah, but a flagpole and what? 200 ships just lobbed every damn, bomb they had at it. What was it? Cannon fodder. What was it?
Oh, it's a shot in the dark, Hans. You got me on this one. Maybe it was buried at Plymouth Rock. I don't know.
It was held up by the bodies of dead American patriots.
Ooh.
That part of the song is missing, and they don't like to but it was so important to them not to let the flag go down.
Why do they cut out these parts that are important to us?
Well, because that gives you a sense of pride that you're enjoying something somebody worked so hard for and died for.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And in the morning, the Patriots' bodies were what was holding up the flag. Yeah, nobody talks about that anymore, but hey, it is what it is.
Well, God bless the Patriots.
Hey, freaking men. I wanted to ask you something that I noticed yesterday.
What's that?
Okay, you know how we've got this big cancel culture thing going on right now?
Yes.
Right? And I want to know the truth. It's March 3rd today, so it's National I Want You to Be Happy Day.
Right.
Well, I want to be happy today. So tell me this. Why is it in the cancel culture of today that we've watched the Washington Redskins turn their name to, Washington football team?
The Washington football.
The Washington, yeah. It's generic.
Yeah.
Generic as hell. We're watching high school teams do this. We're watching them rename schools. But listen to this. We have this advertising thing going on. And we have cream of wheat. No more black guy on there. Eskimo pie. No more Eskimo on there. And I used to look forward to an Eskimo pie. Am I the only one?
I agree. I love them.
How about Aunt Jemima?
Yeah, I know that. She grew up close to where I was from.
How about Mrs. Butterworth's?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Uncle Ben's.
Yeah. Yeah, Aunt Jemima, she was born in the same county I was born in.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, how about Land O'Lakes butter?
Yeah.
Okay, do you notice all of these people are disappearing off the advertising?
I noticed that, yeah. It's like they literally are canceling any culture.
Well, no. This is what I was thinking about. So I had this feeling, and I don't know why I get them. It's really weird. I get in the zone, and I start really thinking, and then I have an intellectual conversation with myself. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it helping us? Is it hurting us? And why is this being done? I know how they're doing it. I know when they're doing it. I know where they're doing it. Why are they doing it this way? So, let me ask you this. Exactly. My sister said, how is it that they don't think it's an honor for these names? Because I think it's an honor, like Mrs. Butterworth. Right. Man.
I love Mrs. Butterworth.
Me too. So we've got all of these things that are going on. I mean, the Chiefs are getting calls to change their name. And listen.
And they better never cave.
Well, here's the thing. Missouri, we had the biggest human beings ever recorded right here in this, on average.
Yeah.
You know, they were like 6'7" on average. They're the Chiefs, okay? Blah, 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 blah. The Indians want to change their name. It's a badge of honor every time they take the field for that, okay? But here's the thing. Cream of Wheat, Eskimo Pie, Aunt Jemima, Mrs. Butterworth, Uncle Ben's, Land O'Lakes, and there's more.
Oh, yeah.
But I want you to notice something, folks. Please take this in mind and tell me your conclusion. Little Debbie hasn't disappeared.
No.
Wendy's hasn't disappeared.
Nope.
Colonel Sanders hasn't disappeared.
Nope.
The Burger King hasn't disappeared. Chef Boyardee hasn't disappeared.
Nope.
The Fisherman on Bird's Eye Foods hasn't disappeared. How about the Quaker on Quaker Oats? He hasn't disappeared.
Nope.
And Sunmaid hasn't disappeared.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
I've noticed it, yeah.
You know, I'm not trying to be objectionable here. I'm trying to understand why people of color on products that we enjoy so much and we attribute honor to them being on it, they were taken off. But if you're white, it's okay to stay on there.
And, I would think that this would have the opposite effect.
Wouldn't you?
When you think that, I mean, because if you're going to cancel any ethnicity group other than the white people, which it seems like we're the only ones that they want to put on boxes. And
isn't that weird?
And show our proud heritage. Why can't we show the proud heritage of all the other ethnicity groups?
Amber said it's all downhill after Mr. Potato Head. But here's the thing.
I hear that.
Hasbro came out and said Mr. Potato Head ain't going anywhere.
Right.
I like that. Mrs. Potato Head ain't going anywhere. Here's the thing. If you want to enjoy some sales in some certain demographic, make another one. Don't cancel something to go something. Yes, Gordon's Fish Sticks, Sean, another one. Yeah. You see, if it happens to be that you're white, they don't take it off. Like, how about this? If we are culturally appropriating something, like they say we're doing with the Chiefs.
Right.
I don't hear anybody calling for the Vikings to change their name.
Right. And that's the thing, too. And why are the cancel cultures feel like that this is helping benefit any ethnicity groups other than the white Caucasian, which is us? Because it's not. If anything, it's dividing them away from, hey, we're going to market them, as something big, as something popular. And not only that, cheap is not derogatory toward the Indian because that's proud heritage. Just like the Indians.
Exactly.
And just like your Redskins and all these other team names,
Kate says that. She says people hurt and or kill what they don't understand. Right. The younger generation that we have now is indoctrinated into believing the lies. And I believe that.
Yeah.
But it's socially engineered. And this is what I'm trying to tell people. All the stuff that we see that we can't wrap our heads around because it's not normal, it's social engineering. It is changing a social dynamic to have a prescribed outcome.
And here would be my question to them, the youth of this nation. If you believe that, why don't you do your real diligent research and find out what really socialism come from? Because if you remember, Hitler didn't like whites, did not like blacks. That was socialism, right?
Right. Well, he didn't like Jews.
And he didn't like Jews.
He liked blue-eyed, blonde-haired white men and women.
Right. So, but he didn't like blacks, did not like any of that. Anything that was opposite of Aryan, I guess.
Well, and, that is a perfect visualization of what happens when you have syphilis of the brain.
So, right. And then by them canceling other cultures here in this country, it makes no sense.
Right.
It's a microcosm of saying, oh, well, Okay, well, we'll take their faces off of it. That way we don't look at them no more. Is that what you want?
Well, it is.